Time to forge the guard. I'll be grinding it most of the shape, but I just need to forge the S curve into it. Okay,
so delicious.
Now I gotta bend the bottom quillion the other way. That should be good. I think we got the guard forward. I think I'm liking the shape of this guard. It looks to be just about the right size. Although I will admit I'm having a really hard time knowing what the right size is for this buoy after working on the sword for so long, because that sword had a like 8-inch wide guard on it. So that's thrown my perception of what the right size is for something this big, or this small rather. It's actually big, but it's small. It's a paradox. Got the general shape that I want going on here. Got nice thickness to work with, so I think I'm gonna thin this part of the guard down, because right now it's like 3/4 of an inch thick, and I wanna thin it down to like 5/16 or so. I think I'll use a combination of the angle grinder, the belt grinder, and the surface grinder. And I might even use the milling machine a little bit too, actually. Yeah, now that I think about it. So, time to grind. I actually don't know if this guard's gonna work. It's looking funny now that I'm grinding into it. Might have to start all over again. Possibly haven't accomplished anything today. I don't know yet. I still need to grind on it more. It might be usable. It's kind of hard to tell when there's all this extra metal on here. Okay, I need to grind off of this side for sure. Cut it close with the angle grinder, and this is almost exactly 5/16. It's just a little bit over. It's gonna be close. It might come out just a tiny bit under. Should have left a little more meat on there. Funny thing is, there was a bunch of meat on there, and then I ended up taking more off than I really needed to. I need to take a little bit, go a little further up, you know, make that flat spot go up to there. So
the next day,
lunch is over. Time to get back to the daily grind on this guard. Got some material to remove up here. And actually there's material to remove everywhere pretty much on this thing still, so milling machine. Yeah, I think I bent the quillions too far, so the problem I'm running into is this radius right here might not work out. I'm trying to consider if I should try to straighten this out with the torch a little bit before we move on, or go with it. I only have about 20 thousandths of an inch to work with on the thickness. I'm good on the thickness now, but I don't want to lose a lot more. So I wanted it about 5/16 thick, and right now we're 20 thousandths over 5/16. The torch isn't what I think is going to ruin it. I think it's trying to bend it now that it's flattened. I don't know if this is gonna work. I hope it does. tweak the top back just a little bit too. The bottom though, it needed it the most. Oh yeah, I think that'll work. I gotta put it back in the milling machine now and re-flatten out these areas, and hopefully it'll still be the thickness that I wanted. Call me back. I am checking to make sure that the guard is gonna work now that we heated it up again for the second time and tweaked it a little bit. Got the sides cleaned up once again and they're pretty nice and flat. I'm almost right at 5/16, just a tiny bit under. So we're good there. It's still over 300 thousandths thick. Next thing we gotta do is, I'm gonna remove a little bit of this extra material right here and right here, and then do some layout on here, get some lines drawn because I love lines to go by, and start cutting out the slot and fitting the guard to the blade. I am drawing lines so I have something to go by when I'm milling the slot for the guard. I like them the lines. I'll draw a center line on here, scribe a center line on here rather. Plus or minus a little bit, and then flip it over and do it on the other side, and then I'll have a nice indication of where the center is. Wow, just by eyeballing it barely, I came out almost exactly in the center with that. That's not bad there, like I just eyeballed it real quick, basically. Didn't measure or anything, and it almost came out right in the center. It's when like, I flipped it over.
It is right in the center.
Almost.
You're saying it's almost, and when you look at it in the camera, it's like it's center.
Yeah, pretty much is right here, actually. There's where the tang needs to go. Gotta measure how wide of a slot we need. It's 5/1000ths of an inch under quarter, so that means I can't use a 1/4 inch end mill bit, which is sad. I also don't know what I'm doing yet, so I can't tell you. So we're working today, but we're still gonna have a little grill out at lunch. Got a bunch of brats and chicken legs to cook up. I'm igniting the charcoal, knife maker style, with a torch. Like to let the charcoal cook and get lit up really well for about 30 minutes, and then we'll dump it in the grill and start cooking stuff. I got the grill in the shade out in front of the house under a big tree. Come here. Arms are behind you.
Thumbnail.
What? This is gonna be the thumbnail? Are you sure?
Actually.
Is that gonna draw people to watch a knife how-to?
Aww.
And 41. Check on the food. Oh, it's looking good. Let's see if I need to flip these things here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I need tongs. I don't own any tongs though. Ah! You bring a pair over sometime? I definitely need tongs. If we had some more time, we could do a fun day of making some forged tongs. Time-lapsing my awkward chicken flip.
Dad, what's your favorite thing about working here?
Babies. I get to see babies frequently. My babies and my grandbabies.
Hi, Rosie. Kyle, what's your favorite thing about working here?
I love the stress-free environment where nobody ever has a disagreement and everything just goes so smoothly. Definitely. You like that answer?
Love it.
The freedom of sarcasm on the job site is my favorite thing. That's sarcasm about being sarcastic. My favorite thing about working here is the potential to have a really cool business in the future with family.
Potential.